everyone. So this week we're going to be doing something slightly different, and we're going to be actually doing a newbie book tag. I know I've been running this channel for a while, but I haven't done one of these, and I thought, why not? This is the perfect time to try it. So here we go. First question on the book tag is, why did I start this channel? And honestly, I started this channel just to connect with you guys. If any of you guys know me personally, I am very nerdy, very introverted, really into books because I'm running this channel, but I never really had an outlet to talk about what I'm reading. The stuff I read is very much outside of the norm of what anyone really around me reads. So this channel really helped me connect with people who were reading the same stuff I was reading, and also I started this channel as kind of an experiment to see what was out there. You guys might have seen every video I ask you guys for recommendations. And that is another really big part of this channel because I want to expand my horizons a lot, and a lot of recommendations in my comments section give me an idea of other books that people think I should cover, and it also just lets me expand my horizons reading wise. Please continue to drop comments in the comment section. I really appreciate them, and I really just want to keep connecting with the booktube community in general and everyone who comments on my videos. So second question for the booktube tag is, what unique perspective do you think you bring to booktube? So as far as this question, I'm gonna get personal for a little bit here just to fully answer this question. So I have dyslexia, so school was always a massive struggle for me, particularly reading and writing. Like that, if you've ever read any of my comments or maybe even all my videos themselves and you see stuff misspelled, that's kind of my default dyslexia brain going off. But over the years, I've slowly gotten better, and I was able to get to a place where I am now where I can write fairly well. I do have moments of misspelling, a lot more than I'd rather admit, but yes, they still happen. Even despite my dyslexia, I started to work through it, and reading was probably the biggest part of helping me overcome it. So I really think that I started this channel for twofold: to connect with people who really want to read, but to also show people that might even be in my same situation that, yeah, you might struggle with reading, but even despite that, you can still enjoy reading, even despite having trouble doing it. So I really think that where I've come from, struggling reading, to where I am now, I think I really want to encourage that really feel that way. And I really hope that this channel and these videos can help anyone who feels that way. Third question, what am I most excited for with this channel? So interacting with all of you guys and getting new book recommendations are probably my top two things that I'm really looking forward to in this channel. I love when you guys comment thoughts on the book. It really lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content, and it also helps me gauge what types of books I should focus on and what type of content you guys want to see me make. Please keep commenting. It really helps me, and it really is a very encouraging thing that I personally love. I love reading all of your guys' comments. Even if I don't reply back, I try and read everything. I try and do my best to get back to every comment, but I still enjoy every comment and read everything. I'm really looking forward to interacting with you guys and getting some new book recommendations on top of all that. One thing I did say, if you guys checked out my 2020 channel update video, if you didn't, I will leave a link to that video. Another really big thing that I want to start doing, and I haven't really started doing yet, and that's live streams. So be on the lookout for that. That is something I really want to start doing. Very soon I have everything put together, and just be on the lookout for notifications when I stream. And if you guys are interested, pop on. We can talk about books and whatever else. That is one thing I'm really looking forward to doing on the channel. Question number 4. Why do I love reading? This is a very simple answer. I love reading just because it's escapism. A lot of people in this community probably agree with me, but I love reading just for the pure escapism and the connection to the booktube community in general. I love finding people that have read the same things as me and discussing it. I love that feeling, and I cannot wait to continue this. Since starting this channel, my love of reading has actually only grown because I've found so many really good new series because of this channel. I cannot describe how happy this channel has actually made me, and it's been such a cool part of my life that it'll keep going for a while, and I really don't intend to stop anytime soon. I love the escapism, and I just love connecting with people on a deeper level, discussing our takes on certain things in books. I love love the booktube community, and I love reading because it brought me into the booktube community, and with me now being in the booktube community for this long, it's only made me love reading more. So I cannot wait to continue this channel, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it. Question number 5. What book or book series got you into reading? I am a self-proclaimed Percy Jackson kid. I love that series. I really fell in love with it. Percy Jackson was like the first series that I really dug into and read throughout middle school. I really loved that series, and Percy Jackson was the biggest part of why I love reading so much. Another series that really got me into reading was Pierce Brown's Red Rising. I know you guys have heard me talk about that series constantly. After Percy Jackson ended, I kind of wandered around from series to series, but after I found Red Rising, that took Percy Jackson's place as my all-time favorite series that I still am absolutely in love with. So Percy Jackson and Red Rising are two series that really got me into reading and got me to start all of this. Question number 6. What questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? I'm gonna take this question as if I was just starting out my channel. I would ask a couple of the more established booktubers how they actually got started, because I kind of started this out of like nowhere. I didn't really have a plan for any of this when I first started, and I think I really would have been better served talking to a couple of the more established booktubers just to ask them, when you first started, how did your setup look like? How many days a week did you post? Stuff like that. That way I can get a better just gauge on how some of the more established booktubers got to where they are now. I mean, I kind of like that I just started out of the gate going one video a week, but I think getting a little more guidance from the more experienced booktubers would have definitely been helpful as far as more early planning and trying to avoid early burnout. There are weeks early on in my channel where I didn't post for a while, and a lot of that was because I got super busy with school. I would definitely ask a lot more of, how did you manage your video schedule and stuff like that? I think that would have served me a lot better in the beginning of the channel. So number 7, what challenges do you think starting the booktube channel you'll have to overcome? So I'm gonna again answer this now that I'm more established. Definitely one of the big challenges early on was a lot of uncertainty that any of my stuff's gonna really find an audience. I eventually just had to say, forget being unsure, just go with it. That was a big hurdle early on that I had to get over. Another hurdle that I really had to get over was balance. There were times early on where I was not overwhelmed, but I definitely would have given my earlier self advice to plan a little better. Definitely planning is a big challenge for any YouTube channel. It has been a bit of a problem for me personally. Again, a lot of us get busy, and I know I certainly did with school early on. The fear of starting this first was a big hurdle, and also trying to find a balance between everything going on and the channel. That was definitely a big challenge early on. So question number 8, when did I start reading? I read a lot in elementary school. I read like The Guardians of Ga'Hoole, if anyone has read that series. I read the first couple of books of that. I read in elementary school a lot, but it wasn't until middle school and Percy Jackson where that really took off and I really started to enjoy reading. I always had a very big interest in reading in elementary school, but middle school, I think with Percy Jackson was when it really took off, and honestly, it hasn't stopped since. Number 9, where do I read? I mostly read in my room, mostly. That's just the quietest place where I read, and personally, what I really find helps is if I play background music. I really enjoy just chilling out and reading with background music. Let me know in the comments if anyone else does that, or if it's just me. So, number 10, what types of books do I like reading? If you guys have seen any of the content on my channel, personally, I love fantasy. That's probably the majority of my content is like young adult fantasy, sprinkled in with a little bit of sci-fi. Young adult fantasy and sci-fi are mostly what I like to read, but I will dabble in a bunch of other stuff. I have read Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five. I did read that. I do experiment with other genres, but if you guys have other books in other genres that you think I would enjoy, please leave them down in the comments. I'm always looking for something interesting to read, and I would greatly appreciate it. Okay guys, that has been the Newbie book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do not forget, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss anything. As always, if you guys want to follow me on social media, my Instagram is Riley Murray Book Reviews, Twitter is Riley T. Murray, Facebook is Riley Murray Book Reviews, and my Discord server is Riley Murray Book Reviews. My TikTok is RM Book Reviews. I will leave links to everything down in the comments. As always, if you guys have book recommendations you want me to check out, down in the comments. That is going to be it for me for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great weekend, and don't forget, keep on reading.